Hi, this is Alex Paultre from Embedded Computing Design, and I'm here at the Avnet booth with Alix Wood. He's with, well, what is your role, Alex? I'm curious.
I'm the Global Marketing Manager.
Oh, there you go. So you're the perfect person to talk to about this great booth. I mean, you're having all kinds of interesting stuff going on here at this show.
Yeah, it's fantastic. This is the first time that Avnet Integrated has done this sort of proper story-based booth. So we're going through everything that we can do from design all the way through to deployment and service as well. So we've got loads of different areas. We've got an IoT demonstration over in the corner where we've got some edge-based AI built into stuff that we can use in the field. The display guys have some fantastic customer installations, as well as Simple Plus, which is one of the new features, the services that they have there, which shortens display development time from months to down to as little as 48 hours, which is insane.
I would say 48 hours is, well, a pipe dream?
Yeah, exactly. And when they told me that that was what they were going to do, I said, really? Okay, cool, great.
How do they actually achieve that, or is it proprietary?
They have some really good relationships with a lot of the manufacturers, and what they do is when a customer comes to them and say, I need something that's 7 inches and can operate in this temperature and it has to have capacitive touch, then we know automatically what configurations are going to work together with one another. So we have a very complex spreadsheet so that when a customer comes to us with those requirements, we can say, okay, we know that this is going to work in your environment, and then the customer's very happy.
Well, I would be too if someone took care of me like that, Alex. Now, let's talk a little bit about applications, right? I mean, what are some of the applications that you're hearing? Because as a, distributor in your position, you probably hear all kinds of ideas, all kinds of concepts, all kinds of market spaces. What are some of the more interesting applications that you're hearing and that they're looking for solutions in?
Well, one of the ones we've actually got on the show is Music Not Impossible. So Not Impossible Labs came to us many months ago and said, hey Avnet, we've got this rough idea for a sort of tactile, interactive music experience for people that aren't able to hear music and enjoy music in the same way that people with full hearing can do. So they had a rough idea and a kind of a prototype, and then we took that process from that napkin through to something which is now in mass production for them to be able to deploy in the field.
Is that hanging right over there? Let's have somebody give me one of those right over there while we're talking a little bit, and just the harnesses. So, but I think that's very cool that this is a way to give someone who can't hear the music an opportunity to experience it. That's why we got to bring one over for it. Here you go. Why don't you talk a little bit about it?
So the idea is that a person can wear this, and then they have wrist attachments and ankle attachments as well. Each of these has a little vibrating motor, which is on its own address, and we can route music or anything else like sound effects or visual experiences through to these individual motors. So you can have a theme park ride as well where you're wearing these, and if a dinosaur roars, then you can feel the vibration through the jacket as well. Or if you're sort of in a simulated gunfight, then you can feel being hit by the bullet, as well as just being able to enjoy music. So it's something that came from a very simple idea of solving a problem for people who feel that they can't enjoy music in the same way as everyone else. And turn it into something that is a proper, full-functioning product. And that's representative of a lot of the things that the customers come to us. They say, we've got this particular problem we can't engineer around. The display guys over there, they have things like firefighters, tanks, and they say, we need a display that shows CO2 levels, but can be visible in a smoky environment and can withstand extremely high temperatures and water as well. And we're like, oh, okay, cool. So we'll build that solution for you. And we'll put that in. So it's customers that aren't used to building displays into their products or aren't used to building wireless connectivity into their products come to us and say, that's what we want, and can you build it for us?
It is so interesting to hear all of these different applications and all these different solutions, because it really shows the creativity of the marketplace. In fact, I understand we recognized one of the products here at this booth this year with an award.
Yeah, that's fantastic news, because so we entered our SMARC SM2S IMX8 board into your Best in Show Awards, and when I looked at the list of entrants on your website, I thought, oh wow, there's some really stiff competition, and it's really impressive. So it's a great honor for us to have won that award. So we have the board on display in a couple of different applications back there. We're actually using it on stand, live on stand, to drive some of our 4K displays. So that's an example of embedded computing to drive like advertising displays and things like that.
Very nice. Okay, so what are some of the application spaces that you think are upcoming that are going to be hot? I mean, currently there are a lot of spaces that are hot, but development is a constantly moving target. What kind of application spaces do you see that may turn into something hot?
Like many other people at the show, I think AI and IoT are two acronyms that everyone's talking about. And I
call it Industry 4.5.
Yeah, exactly. and I'm normally a pessimist, but loads of customers are saying, well, I've got this really cool idea and I'm not really sure how to apply it. And so the battle between cloud computing and edge computing and a term like fog computing is a really interesting area, because customers are like, do I want to move all of my computing power right to the edge instead of putting strain on my cloud? Or do I want to just put the sensors at the edge and move the data to the cloud? And the fascinating thing about the way that technology is developing is that you can do either. And you can build something around whatever solution is right for you, instead of just trying to build something around the limitations of the technology.
Or a little of both.
Exactly, you can blend it, and that's one of the things that we're demonstrating on the IoT stand, is that you can have some computing at the edge and some computing in the cloud, and you can have the two things talking to each other in a way that's just not been possible before.
Revenge of the thin client, yeah? No.
Oh yeah, now you're talking.
But, I mean, it's all about communications. It's all about interconnectivity.
Yeah, exactly.
So Alex, is there any other thoughts or anything you want to leave our audience with before I let you go?
No, fantastic. If you're watching this video and the show's still going, then come and visit us.
What's your booth number?
It is booth number 238. So Hall 2, stand 238.
And of course they know your website, but go ahead and say it for the audience anyway.
It's avnet.com/integrated, and it's our new website, so take a look and let us know if you've got any questions.
Thank you so much, Alex, for taking the time at this show. I'm really appreciating it.
Thank you, Alex.